Yo, welcome back to Pawn to Master, everyone. Yesterday I had a video posted where I played against a Grandmaster, which was pretty fun. Fun to make the video as well. And today we're gonna continue with playing a 15-10 minute game on the road to 2000 ELO. I tried to put some music on in the background, and it says it's copyright free, so hopefully there's sound all the way through the video. You never know with those, of course, so but we have to try something then, at least. Also, I switched back to the other microphone. I tried to adjust some settings, update some software, and it looks to be working, so let's hope that's all good. And yeah, let's just jump into another game here and see what we get here. We've gotten black pieces 3 times in a row and white ones. So let's see what we will get today. My coffee as always. Always need to have a cup of coffee when you're gonna play some chess. Okay, so we get a 1807 fella. Leandro. Alright, we're gonna open with d4. And the game is aborted. Okay, so let's jump into another one. And chess.com probably did that, so I would get the black pieces. Right? No, we did get the white pieces. Okay, we got a 1737 hawk tooth. Okay. And he doesn't play d5. So let me think what setup. Is it perk? No, that's not. Is it perk defense? I don't remember quite, but this. Obviously, I have to go for the normal setup here, but it looks a bit strange. The Black Lion maybe is something like this, where you play e5 and where does this knight go then? No, this isn't the Black Lion either, is it? Okay, maybe it is. So you place your knight on f6, you play e5, put your bishop on e7, so it's like a solid setup. But you can go for some crazy attacks with the Black Lion. But at the moment, okay, so he probably wants to push e5. That's the idea about putting the knight here to support it. So I could go knight to f3 straight away to add one more attacker to this square, so he can't push it. And now I think I'll just keep on building my setup. Maybe I want to put or play c4 instead of c3 here, because he hasn't developed his white square bishop. And he hasn't taken the center. It's a bit strange, not too familiar with this setup, to be honest. So the only thing I feel like I have to keep in mind throughout the game is when is he gonna be able to play e5. So maybe he still wants to play c5 to try and undermine my pawn. So maybe I do want to play c3 instead. Or not instead, but still. But for now, I think I can play bishop to d3. And when he plays c5, if he does, then I can play my c3 break. So a normal idea for black against the London system is also to get rid of this bishop. I'm not too sure. Maybe I want to keep it, so I keep an eye on the e5 square. But usually I'm not too afraid of this exchange, because it will open my file. But at the moment it will weaken my defense against the e5 square here. So I think I will play h3. I have to look at this setup. It doesn't say in the top corner for me what it just says starting position, and I think chess.com needs to fix this because there are like so often it says starting position or custom position or something, and it's really annoying because usually you want to try to learn what the different positions are named, and so you can search it up later. Okay, so it attacks my bishop, so I have to place my bishop back. I could place it on g3 as well, but I think I want to be able to play g4 in the future if I want to, so I'm gonna place it all the way back on h2. There is also some lines where I can play c4 now with a tempo, but the knight will jump to b4 and attack my bishop there. So I'm not too sure if I want to do that, but we have to wait and see what he does here. So he plays bishop to f6, which looks a bit strange, but again, his whole idea here is to push e5. It's pretty obvious. And now he actually gives us an option to play e4 and e5 ourselves, I think. So e4 probably wants to play knight b4, but I can still play e5. If he takes, I take back. He takes, I take. And I doesn't allow him to play it at least. Could also take back with the queen, maybe. He goes here and put. Okay, so e4, knight b4, e5, knight takes d3, queen takes d3. He won't take with the bishop, obviously. He will take with the pawn, and I think I want to take with my pawn as well. So his bishop is a bit worse. And I have a few open lines there. I'm ready to castle. I think that's an okay idea. But also, if he pushes here now, and I take... No. I was thinking like if I have some discovery check to win the knight, but it doesn't look like it, I think. So it looks okay to go for this plan. I don't see any reason why I shouldn't. So if I go e4 and he still pushes e5, then I'll take the knight, so he can't do that. It's kind of forcing him to make some moves. I think that position looks okay for me, so I think I will push e4, e5. I'm getting ready to castle, and yeah, I think it looks okay. It is tempting to take back with one of these pieces. Maybe I have to look a bit closer on that, but just doesn't... or when I have the e5 square, that's kind of his whole idea, is to push there, and if I take back with a piece, then I don't have a pawn there, and I eventually have to move my piece, and maybe he gets the push anyways. And here it just attacks his bishop, he has to move it again, I get to castle, and he's a bit underdeveloped there, so I think this is totally fine for me. I think I will just castle and then try to develop some pieces. So I think this is quite alright for me, so I'm not too worried here. So what do we want to play, or where do we want to play? Place our pieces here. This knight, where does this knight belong? It's almost tempting to get it to this square, so maybe there is some sacrifices, but at the moment he got it very covered, so not too fond about that idea. Where else? this bishop, I forgot to think about that, but this bishop doesn't have a long range scope at the moment because of this pawn, which isn't too good. Maybe it would have been better to like take with the knight and move the knight away, so the bishop and queen could do something together. Excuse me. If we go knight here, probably bishop here. And I wanna maybe play knight here, because if I play my knight there, maybe he wants to pin it or try to trade it, and then I can play c3, and my knight would be a lot better than his bishop, I feel like. So, but the only thing is that it blocks my rook to coordinate with the queen, basically. So if he moves his knight here, then I need to maybe trade off or move my queen. But then again, if I go here, knight here, I don't want this knight to get this square. It looks a bit annoying. Also listening to the music, that's why I'm kind of vibing here. And like, kind of hard. Maybe I will play knight here to counter this knight. Knight here and bishop here. Then the bishop is away from this diagonal, so maybe I can try and use that to my advantage. So let's go knight here. Very interesting to look after, like where, because I feel like a knight move here is probably the right idea anyways, but okay, so he wants to support this square probably. That's the idea about this, but this bishop will be a bit weak, I feel like, if he places all his pieces on the, or pawns on the light squares. Also this square is freed up for my knight now. Do I want to play rook here maybe first? I don't think I'm in a rush to get into this square, because now at least if he moves his knight, then I can move my queen somewhere with a bit of a tempo. Maybe he wants to go here to add some pressure on this pawn. Now he attacks this pawn. Something feels a bit off maybe in his position. I don't see any attacking at this straight away. So knight there, if it takes there, then he has another attack on this pawn. I was thinking if I could go knight here and try to do something. So knight here, queen takes, and this knight here. I'm threatening to sacrifice my knight and get a checkmate there. So if we do that, and if he takes, we take back, we renew the threat. And if he takes here, then we take with the bishop, obviously. It looks okay, I think. Okay, let's look one more time so we don't blunder anything here. It's a knight here. If he ever pushes the pawn, then I'll probably just trade it off. And I will be pretty happy in that position, I think. If he plays h5, then maybe I can just defend this pawn, move it away or something. I think I will play this. Knight here was probably one of his ideas as well. The knight covers that square. Okay, maybe it didn't cover it good enough. Okay, so I will trade here. I feel like that's okay. Do you want to play positionally, or I don't think I can go for any crazy attacks here. Bishop here, maybe it will support the g5 jump for the knight, but also it can come back and into the game a bit more. So that could be a good idea. Trying to think like if I can fianchetto it on the other side of the board here. Also moving this knight maybe isn't too crazy to get it into this square. But at the moment he can play rook here. If I do that. I feel like this is a good idea. Tripling the rooks could be an idea. Because his pieces are pretty bad here. So I don't know what his idea will be. Maybe yeah, b5 something to get the bishop out. Probably a5, a4, b6 so you can get the bishop and x-ray the rook here. Could be an idea for him. But if I triple stack my rooks, my bishop can't come back here. Also go for a queen trade. So I try to use my time well here because this seems like the point where I need to find a good plan to continue my game. And place my rook here looks okay, but then again many of my plans won't work there, so I think I will start with placing my bishop here so I can get it into the game a bit more. Sets up some ideas about pushing my knight here, so he will probably go for this idea here to attack this, but I don't believe it. So could go here. If he trades, he trades. If you go here, he pushes here, and then knight in here looks decent, but then again I can go rook here, so bishop here, f5, take. Okay, like I don't have any concrete plan here. Kind of feels a bit bad, so I will play knight here, I think, because I can get it back in the tempo. Going the other way, my bad, going the other way looked a bit worse because he could play rook to e8, and his plan is pretty obvious here what he wants to do, so you just have to keep that in mind. So he does trade, and now we probably play. Okay, it takes my pawn. I didn't see that. What do I do with this move here? Or what does he do with this move? Even queen here? Does that look too crazy? If you take, no, goes here. I take the bishop, but my bishop is also hanging. Thinking if I go here, but it moves his rook, and then I go in here. And if he then moves his bishop, I'll take it. I don't know, that looks a bit iffy, but maybe it works. Maybe. So the original tactic didn't work because my bishop was hanging, but here I get a tempo, and I don't know, maybe it does work. Because it also cuts off his queen, so he can't come back to defend the rook. So maybe I actually will win a bishop here. I'll lose a pawn, but still. I have to move a bit faster now, but now I think we trade off like the some pieces, then it's easier to focus on the last pieces you have. You don't have to focus about every piece, so I think this is easier to play. Maybe we'll just still play here. Maybe he has to play here. If I then go queen back, he can move his bishop. So if he plays here and I take the rook, then he plays bishop to a6. Oh, and I almost want to take it, but it doesn't quite work, does it? You can play h6 there. Then again, I can move my bishop and take his queen, so maybe there is something there. This looks crazy. Okay, so I was thinking b6, take the rook, bishop a6, and then taking the bishop with the queen, sacrifice my queen. He takes back with the rook, and then I go rook to c8, and then I'm threatening to move my bishop and checkmate him. If he plays g6, I can play bishop h6, which is checkmate, because my bishop and rook will take away all the squares. So the only thing I see there is to play f6 or h6, so he gets some breathing room for his king. And then I think I can play bishop to d6, which is a check on the king, and then I pick up the queen. So he does want to trade down here. I think I will just go for it. I don't think I have any like crazy tactics here. Hey doggy. Hey doggy. So I will trade down, and I will take the rook, and probably place my rook on the open file here, and maybe play a4 so I can trade down here. Okay, so play b3, and I want to place my pawns on dark squares. Okay, so we'll go here. If he goes here, I'm not too worried. I think I will just go and trade off or trade down And if he takes with the bishop, then I can maybe go rook back and I'll win a piece there. Okay, so let's attack this pawn. And can we add another attacker on that pawn? Can I play here maybe? I think I can. I will play here. If he takes it, then I'll take this pawn. If he doesn't take it, I can play rook d4, kind of forcing him to take this pawn. So we'll do that. And then I think I will take with this rook, threatening a checkmate. And here, let's see, it's kind of scary putting these pawns on dark squares, because if he gets his bishop in here, it could be devastating. But at the moment, I think, like, if he moves, I think I'll manage. Okay. So how do we want to deal with this? I think I need to try and exchange this rook off, if I can. Maybe I will play my rook back here. Just let me see, rook back here if it pushes. Is that scary? No, it's not scary. I'll just take it. I was thinking if he has other ways in. Cairo, chill. Chill. Doug wants to go outside. We'll go outside after this game, mate. Alright. Yeah. I know you enjoy the snow. Okay, we don't have any tricks here. He'll just move his king back. But then maybe I can play my king up. This pawn is also loose, I noticed. I want to trade off this rook, but it doesn't seem possible at the moment. If I go here, king back, and I go king up. Is that any progress? Maybe. Like in these endgames also, I struggle a bit, because when I feel like I'm winning, I don't focus as much. That's a bad habit, because I take my foot off the gas pedal and I just play without any ideas. That's not good. So okay, I was about to blunder my rook there. I wanted to move it away so I could go with the other rook back, because I want to try and trade off these damn rooks. Okay, so let's see. We got 30 minutes. I don't know if you guys noticed. I think throughout all the other games, my opponents use way... how do you say it? They have so much time left on the clock when they have lost the game. I don't feel like they're using their time very well. Okay, so just trade down here. And I probably need to I want to try and cut off the king if I can, and I need to be aware of this pawn. So maybe this is actually a draw. I would love to trade off one more pawn before I have to give up my rook. I need to do something about this this pawn here. So Maybe this isn't a win at all, because this pawn is trying to promote on a light square, and has a light square bishop, so my king can't stand there.
Når du reiser med Apollo, får ord en annen betydning, som foreldremøte for eksempel.
So, but let's see. We'll keep on fighting, and we get commercial in the in the music. Sorry about that. It gives us a check. I think we'll move the king a bit closer. Will be interesting to see here. This position, I don't feel like I'm losing, but it doesn't feel like I win anymore after he traded down and started pushing that pawn. Now it's trying to get the bishop into a better position, also guarding some important squares. So if I go back, this is way too dangerous. And if I go here, I feel like maybe I have to, but it's a bit iffy, if you know what I mean. And if he moves his king closer, I think I just have to probably keep my rook here if I want to keep the draw, because I don't think I can let his king go any further into the position. If his king and bishop then escorts this pawn, maybe I'm even losing. So I think maybe I do have to go here. Luckily it's on a dark square. So if he pushes, I don't know, maybe I could even sacrifice the rook and then still it would be a draw. But here, like, if his pawn gets to push down here, I feel like that's pretty bad for me, because my king can't shelter there. But if I go here and he pushes his pawn, not sure where I want my rook, on this side or this side. I feel like maybe it's safer to have it on this side, so it protects this pawn, and also his bishop can't come in on this side. And if I just want to play for play for a draw here, maybe, because now it makes it a bit more easy for me. I think I can just play, or no, he can't. If I push here, will he be able to move his bishop and go with his king in? I will say no, and let's hope let's hope I'm right. Because if he keeps his bishop on this diagonal, okay, so he wants to make a square for his king, but now it also frees up this square for my my rook. So now he can never get this pawn. I will just play here, right? Yeah. Play here, and if he moves his bishop, I'll just shuffle on these squares. Maybe I could even go behind the pawn here. Or can I do that? Can I go for a win here? Oh my gosh. Maybe I can actually go for a winner. Go behind and take the pawns here. It's not too easy for him to defend that. my gosh. Is it crazy if I go here? No, it's not crazy. It's not crazy. I'm winning, right? If he moves his bishop, can I not check him? Make his king. I think I'll go here. Okay, so do you let him get this pawn? Oh, maybe. Oh, man. If I check here, his king goes back. This pawn will be a bit weak, but I will be able to grab this pawn. Okay, so check there, king there, take here, king there. Okay, let's go for this. Don't see anything else. Let's grab this pawn, right? Can I go here? King here. I take, he take. I think I need to take this pawn. It's a bit dangerous to let him have two pawns getting away here. Okay, so now I don't have any play, I think, anymore. His bishop is protecting this pawn. Maybe if he played his king here, I could maybe go for some cheese, but at the moment I think I'll just need to shuffle back and forth here. Yeah, we will go outside. Okay, so I'll go here one more time. If it goes here, and yeah, okay, so it is just a draw then. Yeah, I think it's just a draw. Can I stutter step here? Maybe he will do something else. Do we want to try? If we go here, here, and then here. Doesn't change anything for me, at least, I think. So I think I will try. And then here. Yeah, he wants to draw. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to play for her, so I will offer him a draw here. Pretty interesting game though. So let's have a quick look. We will go, okay, chill. Yeah, so I will show the game review here. 82.9 and 82.1, so pretty even game. It looks like I had some chances throughout the game, so it was a bit strange opening. And like I said, I think the whole play for him was to get the e5 square, and the reason, or we were talking about at least c5, that he could do that to try and weaken the center. Then I would probably respond with c3. It did not like this push apparently. It's pretty even. Yeah, you can see the evil bar. So his pieces are a bit pushed back here, which seems okay for me. Let's see here. Did I have some tactic here? Queen a3, and I would just trade the knight for a bishop, it looks like. If I go here and it takes my knight, then I take the bishop. My dog is chasing his tail. Okay, so we do trade down here, and we wanted to improve the bishop, which the computer agrees with. Then we went for this how do you say it, improvement. We were trying to improve the position of the knight, and if he trades, then we were totally fine with that. And it took this pawn. I think we had a pretty long think here, if I remember correctly, because at first I didn't even notice that pawn was loose, but it looked a bit strange after looking at it, because it looks like I have some positional advantage here, and the computer agrees with 3.7. And here I was thinking about going queen to d8, which is the correct move here. And that looks like if he has to move his bishop here to not get checkmated, and then I will get the bishop for free. So that looked kind of good. And also, let's see what the computer thinks about this move here. And I was thinking about grabbing the rook here and bishop to a6. Let's see if it likes my sacrifice there. Probably does, but let's see. Computer needs to think. Queen d6 actually is the best move here. So is this too crazy? No, okay, that's like it. Let's see. It's good, but it's not the best. But after this, I think I can play rook to d8, which I looked at. And if he moves his pawn, this is checkmate, right? Because the bishop, I was trying to tell this in the game. And if he moves, I think either of these pawns, I will remove my bishop from here, and I will be attacking the queen. He has to move, and then I'll take the queen, and I'm up a rook. So the queen sacrifice would have worked there, pretty nice. But he decided to trade down. And let's see here. The computer didn't like my queen trade. It's +1. And it did not like that I placed my pawns on light squares. So now it's pretty drawish, it looks like. He could have taken that pawn many times. Cairo. Hey. So this position is just a draw. Or did I have something here? But yeah, going back with the rook here. Okay, so it agreed with this plan. And not taking. Guess I needed to go with my king in. Oh no. Of course, his king. I take away the square from his king. Okay, let's see. Okay, hold on for 1 second. Dug out outside for a walk. Okay, so we were looking at this position, yeah. So I had to go with my king up here, apparently. But if he just keeps his bishop on this diagonal, then what is the idea then? Will I go all the way around here, maybe? Rook h6. Oh yeah, because I'm attacking this. Okay, so king here, then I get my king in here. But if he goes with his bishop this way to protect, mate in 15, okay. Okay. It actually says rook takes g6, yeah. No, wait, what? My bad. Rook takes h5 there. Because this pawn will be running, okay. Because I was thinking about that in the end position that we got to. That if his king ever steps here, then maybe I could... No. Play a rook back here, I thought, and then go for this. So let's just make a waiting move. Not there, obviously, because I'll get the pawn for free, but I was thinking I could go here maybe. And then push this pawn. And I'm not sure what he would do here. But eventually he has to give up his bishop for the pawn or queen or whatever. And even in this position, his king is cut off from the game here, so it doesn't really matter what he does. I'll just grab this, and I have to be a bit careful so I don't, like, there is a stalemate trick here, right? So but after taking this pawn, you just attack the pawn, right? And I think, let me think here for a second. This would be a discover check. And king down. This is not easy. If it goes king here, then I just go in and grab it, but king here. What is the right idea here then? Oh yeah, just taking the fucking pawn. No! That's a stalemate. Okay, so I can't do that. Then I'm not too sure, maybe king here. And if he moves here, then I just go rook to the side, and this is checkmate. Okay, but we missed a big opportunity there apparently. I was a bit low on time, but I think probably this position. I know that you want to activate your king, but there's also like a question who's faster here to push the pawn, because he actually does have a pawn that can go all the way, so it feels a bit scary to go this way. He can't do it now, but like if he were able to put his king here and just run his pawn, then I wouldn't be fast enough to go up here, right? So it's a bit difficult to decide, I feel like. But nevertheless, it was an interesting game here where I had more opportunities than him, it looks like. Yeah, he never had, if I put the graph up here. Oh, my bad. So he never had like a advantage throughout the game. And we missed some opportunities. King here is a huge mistake. No, not huge, it was a mistake. Rook here. And rook here, is that the idea? Rook c5. Then I can take this. And if it takes here, and this is checkmate. Yeah. Interesting game. We didn't get the dub there. Did we get any rating points? Let me close this tab. We got 1 point. 1 point for the draw. Alright. So thank you for watching. Gonna try to stay pretty consistent with uploading. And let's see if the music gets flagged. If not, I'll try to use a bit more music as well, as you requested in the comments. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Bye.